Hey, you guys, this is the April podcast of the Computer Group, and I am joined here with the owner of the Computer Group, Mr. Nick Sportag. And I am fedoramanstudios. So let's get on with this. Nick, what do we have here today?
Today we'll be talking about Windows news, Apple news, Google news, and Ubuntu news. Just one thing of Ubuntu news. For Windows news today, we will be talking about Windows Blue. Code name is Windows 8.1. And then Windows 8.1 or Windows Blue to have a start button and boot to desktop, and Microsoft's Windows 8 apps all get updated. And for Apple News, WWDC, Worldwide Developer Conference at Apple Host, is June 10th to the 14th.
Let's see what new thing Apple has.
And download later option now added to mobile iTunes. And this is kind of Apple news and kind of Amazon news. Is Amazon working on a Apple TV set-top box type thing? And with Google now could be the next homepage for Google. And Google Glasses in a year. And finally, Ubuntu 13.04 is out. So, let's go back up the list and start talking about Windows Blue getting a code name. Stevie, we have to say a little bit about this.
Well, to be honest, I'm not surprised it was changed the name. Windows Blue just, I guess, really isn't all that catchy as they thought it was going to be, so they changed it. Steve Ballmer. They changed it to Windows 8.1, which really people were already kind of calling it 8.1 to begin with, too. But, I mean, as we're going to speak in the next topic, I'm kind of glad that it's coming out with the start button. That's
Supposedly, not yet.
Yeah, but, I'm hoping it goes that way. I mean, I may actually, think about buying a new computer when it's Windows 8 on it. 8.1. Not Windows 8.0.
Yeah, so, a lot of people are saying that Microsoft is really going to call Windows 8.1, still call it Blue,
but it's officially
for a sense because, someone posted saying Windows RT 8.1. RT? Oh yeah, I forgot. Windows RT is not officially Windows. It's just a thing that looks like Windows.
Basically, it's Torch.
Yeah.
For against Google.
And yeah, so on, so on. From the beginning, I knew it was going to be called 8-point-something. It's going to just be a service pack update and all that, I hope. And that's about it for it. Now, to move on to our next topic is the Windows 8 to have desktop boot option and maybe a start button, supposedly. So, a lot of people, when Windows 8 was in developer preview and consumer preview, a lot of people did not like the idea of the start button doing nothing. And then when Windows 8 comes out, it's officially gone. So, in a sense, I really like the idea of booting directly to desktop mode because in Windows 8, I usually find myself in desktop mode more than I am in Metro or the Windows 8 interface. Mostly what I do in the interface is check Instagram with an Instagram app, and basically all I do in Metro. Steve, you got anything to say about this?
I actually think this is a good way to go, only because, really, I'll be honest, only the tablet thing is the only reason I really didn't like Windows 8, because it just didn't, I don't know, it looked unnatural on a computer. And I think it's because I'm so used to seeing iPads, iPods, iPhones. They belong on there. They're tablets. It's a computer, not a tablet. You shouldn't have a tablet layout. So if it uploads, and I really don't mind it. I don't mind the tablet layout. I just don't like it. I'd probably be like you if I had it and be on desktop more. It'd just be easier to navigate to me.
Yeah. So now back to kind of Metro news is Microsoft finally releasing updates last month for all of their Windows 8 stock applications, and finally News Maps finally got updated a little while ago. Just some improvements that should have been made for some time now. Something big that I noticed in the update for the Xbox, the games application is you can now send messages from your computer to Xbox Live friends. That's one thing I always wanted, because truthfully the games application was kind of useless if you couldn't do that. Yes, I could see who's online, but truthfully, I never played a lot of games on Windows 8 that requires the integration with Xbox Live.
And from this will be kind of a new thing, now it'll kind of encourage Xbox Live users who also have Windows 8 to use Windows 8 a little bit more, or if they don't have it, they can get it.
Yeah.
Legal or illegal.
And
hopefully legal.
The Map app now has ties to the Windows 8 People application. Supposedly you can find maps where you can find people's locations if they show the locations, I guess. That's the one thing I've not really used. I don't use maps for Windows 8. I don't see a point to it.
Google Map all the way.
Yeah, I've used Google Maps all the time. And also all the apps are updated with Windows RT capability. That'd be kind of useless if Microsoft didn't do that. The Bing app is been updated. The travel app has articles, sources from articles, more things. The sports app offers quick access to other sports websites like Fox Sports has been added. I thought they already had that. I guess not. Or maybe they had. I just don't look into these things. Also, the finance app has been, you can get stories from Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, and so on. So, and then I forgot to mention the Mail app. Now kind of is a lot more useful and a lot more cleaner to use.
I'd still probably rather use my Apple product, though.
Yeah.
Not because I have anything against Windows. It's just, I don't know, I think that really the Apple product and stuff, they already have it pretty cleaned up. They've always kind of had it cleaned up, so I don't have to wait.
Unless Apple Maps. Apple's an Apple.
Well, any maps besides Google is messy.
Yeah.
Google just knows how to do their maps. This is just my prediction. I can see Google and Microsoft join together.
Yeah.
They've already kind of have. If you look into it, they kind of already have a little bit of a partnership.
Yeah, getting Windows to Mac easily out of the box with Boot Camp and Office for Mac.
Yeah. So I can see Google and Microsoft just saying, you know what? I don't think they'll take over each other. Like Microsoft becomes Google company or Google becomes a Microsoft company. I just think they'll just end up working together really well.
Yeah.
Unlike YouTube and Google.
Mm-hmm.
Google just cuts YouTube over.
So since we were talking about Apple news, we got some more Apple news coming up. One big thing that Apple has announced is their WWDC Worldwide Developer Conference. It's in San Francisco, June 10th and the 14th. Tickets went on sale last month. They were sold out in a matter of 2 minutes. And some people that was ordering tickets wasn't able to get to the final stage of the process because the people ahead of them have already grabbed all the tickets. So the next day they were getting calls from Apple saying, yes, we will get you there. We'll get you at WWDC. Yeah, that's one thing Apple didn't do.
Like I said, Apple very good to their customers. They've always, that's one thing that I will say about Steve Jobs is that he really emphasized helping out the customer.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Steve Jobs, and they've continued his legacy. They've really said, this is what the creator wanted. We're not going to change it. It's worked for us right now. Whether or not they want to, but, I personally very proud of Apple. Microsoft, they've helped out. The Microsoft products, like Word, PowerPoint, those are a lot better. They're a little bit cleaner. But I'm sorry, Microsoft. I love you guys. I love your Xbox. I love Windows Vista, since that's all I use. But Apple is better when it comes to customer service. As Nick will say about him in the next time.
Yeah.
He got a new one though, a month later.
A month later, then I had to wait a week after for the power to come in. Yeah, maybe it's me.
Anyway, let's go on.
Anyway, let's go to the
I'm really sympathetic today. I'm everyone.
Let's go down to Apple now, adding the feature to download your purchases later in the iTunes Store for mobile devices.
This is going to be next for Windows 8 apps.
Something that I wish they had a long time ago, because truthfully, when I download a TV episode, I don't want it to go on my iPhone. I'd rather it go on my computer or my iPad instead of my iPhone, because I'm not going to watch a whole hour TV episode on my iPhone and run down the battery instantly.
And more and also, you just don't have that screen.
You got a big enough screen.
It's good for emulators and stuff for Game Boy, but
yeah. And so I've got much to say about that. There's something neat that is pretty cool. Supposedly, when you click on a download episode, it pops up a prompt.
It says later or download.
Yeah, later or download. It pops up a prompt when you click on the download portions button. And next, down to some Apple competitive news. Amazon developing a competitor for Apple TV set-top boxes.
That's gonna be dangerous.
What would be hard is Amazon is wanting to get into the instant service program more and more and more, since they now offer it on the Xbox and PlayStation. But what's really kind of odd is Amazon to have to introduce something that Apple has yet to have on their set-top boxes.
And if you think about it, that's gonna be really challenging, because what Apple doesn't have will most likely be on there within a month or so.
Yeah. And people that have Roku boxes, they can do everything that Apple TV can and Amazon can. The only thing that's special about the Apple TV is you can stream something from your iTunes library.
Yeah.
And you can use your iPad and fling stuff to it to display on the bigger screen. Maybe Amazon could do something like that with the Kindle Fire, but still, if you have a Kindle Fire and you have an iPad and you already have a Apple TV, why do you want to use your Kindle to fling stuff to whenever you can easily do it with an iPad?
See, that's what I'm wondering, because to me, Amazon, the only thing I can see Amazon, right, it would make Amazon better, is if they pretty much made the Apple TV and cheaper.
Yes, I could see that. I would love to see that. Because supposedly the CEO said something that we don't want to make money by people buying our products. We want to make money when people use our products.
And once again, that is very good. That's a very good thing for a CEO to say, but I still have a bad feeling it's just going to be a cheaper Apple TV. Or even a Roku.
Yeah, cheaper Apple TV or Roku, but with less features. Which I already have my set-top box, and it's an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
You can play games, you can stream videos to it, and that's all you kind of need. Yes, it doesn't have a Blu-ray player, but I can live with that. I got a cheap Blu-ray player on Black Friday for like $69. So I'm happy.
But the thing with me, I really don't. Blu-ray is just a high def.
Yes, when Blu-ray came out, I thought, yeah, whip-de-doo, in the high definition. But I noticed on certain movies, you can experience better than you can with a regular DVD.
I didn't understand that. With horror movies, I can see Blu-ray being better.
One movie that I noticed a dramatic change in from Blu-ray to DVD was Avatar. The colors were so much brighter and everything, and it was crystal clear. In the DVD, it was a little fuzzy and different things.
Yeah, but to someone who doesn't really notice that stuff.
Yeah. And also the sound is a big improvement too. It's a lot bigger improvement from the DVD.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that. But with me, really my experience with the movie is more of if I like the movie. Not really the sound quality does help. But when I watch, let's say I'm watching The Strangers, one of my favorite horror movies to watch. I'm not really looking for high def. I'm looking to see if okay, is there good acting in it? And if I didn't like it, then it's okay, if I had a Blu-ray player, I'd look for it on Blu-ray to get a better experience. I'm not down the experience. I'm just down that all it is just a really complicated DVD.
Yeah. One thing I noticed with Blu-ray is they have a lot of features on them that I don't really use. Mostly any Blu-ray movie you buy new out right now has an integration with the web. If you have a Blu-ray player that connects to the web, you can view a bunch of extra content. I ever used that feature one bit, just because why would I? I just want to watch a movie and make some bonus features. I don't want to hold gobs of different things.
50 hours of director's cut.
Yeah, I think with the Titanic one, which I've yet to get the Blu-ray that I told myself I would buy it on Blu-ray, is they have 2 hours.
One of Nick's favorite movies.
Not. It has 2 hours of extra bonus, never before seen stuff. I don't know if I really wanted to see that.
I guess it would be interesting. It's so that's how they made it. I watched Beowulf. It was 2008, 2009. And I watched a lot of the extra stuff, and that was really cool. But to literally sit there for hours and hours on end looking at different stuff. Unless they're bloopers, I will not care for them.
Yeah, like some of the movies that come with 2 DVDs, 1 DVD specially for bonus features. You could look at all my DVDs that I have that, and the second disc is not scratched one bit. Because I don't watch that. I buy a movie to watch the movie, not the extra features. Yes, sometimes it's kind of good to watch the extra features,
but just the case of you, it's like, you know, I wonder, because like, I remember my first DVD movie that I bought was Harry Potter 3, The Prisoner of Azkaban. And they had an extra feature where they interview the cast. It's got interview the cast with the shrunken head. I'm like, I gotta watch this. This thing was amazing. And then in the next one, Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire, they had one and it was, they had games on it. No, I was younger at that time, and I'd play any game you give me. I really was not judgmental towards it. So I'd play it, and, you know, but as I got older and stuff, it's like, I really want to watch more of, like, interviews with the cast and stuff.
So my first movie that I actually have on my camera, you can't see it, was Ice Age. This movie I got back in, I think, 2003. And it's, like I said, the fourth disc has
scratches and stuff. You can get it out of the case. Yeah. I mean, just that.
Two discs.
Third one.
Got scratches, as you can tell. It's got a lot of scratches on it.
You must have loved it.
Like a lot, it's a very old movie. You can tell that's whenever the disc was gold.
Yeah.
And now they're all clear. And then, on this feature disc, has minor scratches. There's some basically from the case, and maybe a smudge that I never really
cleaned up.
So,
really, you've done nothing.
Yeah, it's just scratches from the case, and that one, this movie is horrible trying to get. Because the first movie we got had two discs, two special feature discs. And so we had to take it back to Kmart, and Kmart had to find another copy because they got a whole boatload of these with disc 2 in both slots. Yeah, and they had to find another store that did not have that issue.
I had one, it was Molotov, and I don't know, they just got a bad batch, but I went to 3 different DVDs of Molotov, of Hallmark Molotov, because it would play once, just fine, and then the next time I would play it, it would skid, it would freeze up. Same thing happened with Half-Blood Prince. The 6 Harry Potter movies.
Like, I've never really ran into issues with all the DVDs that I've bought. Like, I noticed some, like in Bad Boys 2, it, like, stops in one part of the movie and then goes to another one. And I looked up, and it's not an issue with the disc, it was an issue with the film. Like, they didn't even the film out, it stopped and went to the next scene. Have you ever seen that in a movie where it stops the movie and you think the thing
glitched or the TV
glitched out, but then it stops playing? It was just that they didn't do the final film correct.
I forgot what movie it was, but I watched it on, it was a DVD I borrowed from a friend or something, and I was watching it and it froze up this one part.
And you're like, oh no, I gotta buy my friend a new DVD.
No, that's not what I was DVD that cost. And then it was on TV. And the same thing happened. I'm like, it wasn't his DVD. It's the movie.
Like, yeah, I've noticed that. And, like, some movies have seen do that. Most big movies, I've never seen issues with that. But I think with Bad Boys 2, I don't know what happened there, because the rest of the movie was all good except that one part. I don't know what the deal was with that.
Oh, goodness.
So, let's go to our next topic. Google News, Apple's biggest competitor.
Yeah, because Microsoft's back there now.
So, you know how long Google's been out, and the same old web page looks the same when you go to www.google.com. It's got the Google logo, the search bar, and something under the search bar, like an advertisement from Google. Well, supposedly Google's gonna change that with the Google Now. It's only wrapped around your user account. So if you have a Google account, when you go to Google, it goes to the Google Now type, which the page looks the same.
It just has a little extra stuff.
It's got some extra stuff. Like, Google Now has hit off dramatically on Google devices.
Of a picture this one website had, I remember seeing all the advertisements on the bottom about the weather. It's all in Russian.
Well, yeah, that's probably because
I just love that.
I think a Russian found this option because supposedly it's in the code. If you look into the code in Google, in like your Chrome browser, you can see there's something that does something with Google Now. Like, I started using Google Now on my iPad and iPhone. The only updates that I get are weather updates. Just because I don't do a whole bunch with Google. Like, it's like, for example, you don't know what Google Now is. For example, let's say you do all your stuff with Google Now. Like, you use your calendar. You put all your calendar stuff in Google Now. And let's say you go to work the same route all the time and stuff, and you have it tracked where Google knows where you work and where your home is. Like, and let's say you're on a flight, you can find information about a flight. So, for example, let's say I go from home to my workplace, and I haven't got up yet. And if you have to travel, like, a lot, like on the interstate or something, Google Now will instantly know when you have to be at work, wake you up, and tell you the latest traffic updates and what time to leave to get there on time. The weather is the same way. If there's bad weather, it will tell you, hey, there's bad weather, you might need to leave early, and tell you a time.
Right, it's almost so long.
And, for example, for the flight, you can, if you're on a flight, and most flights now have cell phone signal, kind of impressive. I know back in the day they never had.
Yeah.
You would try to call somebody when they're on an airplane and you want to go through. And you had to use the airplane phone. Now, lots of airplanes have the ability to connect cell phone towers, and some even have Wi-Fi on them.
Yeah.
So that's pretty impressive. And like with Google Now enabled, whenever you visit your Google and you're in the middle of the air, it will tell you when you will arrive and how far away you are in different things. Kind of impressive with location tracking.
Oh, yeah. One thing I said earlier, Google Maps.
Yeah.
It's the best map of them all.
And another thing is, it will show you sports updates too. Let's say you're a big Detroit Red Wings fan or Cardinals fan, whatever fan you might be, you can instantly see what's going on in the game, get updated scores and everything. It's kind of pretty cool, and I think it's mostly all the cool features that Google Now has.
That's all they need, though.
Yeah. A lot of people thought something would happen because Google is discontinuing iGoogle. You remember iGoogle, your customized Google webpage you can do? I've used that. I actually used that for some time. But then I just kind of got tired of it. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is your appointments. Let's say you have your calendar packed full of things you have to do. Google Now will instantly ahead track where you are and track how long it would take you to get to your appointment and different things.
I'll be honest, I think Google Now is, in this podcast, is probably the most interesting thing just because it's awesome.
Yes.
It literally does everything you need someone to do.
And for another example, let's say you are big on your community and like you want to know what's going on around you. You have event updates. Let's say someone's having a fish fry and you're friends with them on Google Plus and they advertise this and you don't know about this because you haven't checked your Google Plus. It will instantly pop up a place event thing saying, hey, this person is hosting a fish fry at this time, and so on and so on. Also, you can get stock updates. You can, in your Google, if you go to the finance and you set up your favorite stocks, it will keep a thing and update your stocks whenever you want to. Same thing with movies. You can instantly find movie times and so on and so on. Also, if your Google Plus friends have birthdays, it will also tell you, hey, this person is having a birthday. Google Now, like a lot of people gave Google and Apple a lot of pressure saying, yeah, it's just a whip-off of a story. It's not a whip-off of a story because story can't really do this. Story can't basically track you and say, hey, there was a lot of bad traffic and bad weather, you might need to leave over.
And the thing about Google Now is it is doing what Siri did.
Yeah.
But more,
yes.
I guarantee you, 3 years from now, from someone who doesn't know, that we know, that doesn't know anything about Siri or Google Plus, but says he does, he's going to say Siri is a rip-off of Google Now. That's Google Plus, really. I didn't know anyway. He's going to say that Siri is a rip-off of Google Now. Well, in a sense, I agree that Google Now is trying to rip off Siri, but they succeeded too well.
Yeah.
Basically now Siri is obsolete and Google Now is going to where it's at.
Yeah. Like when they add this to if they add this to the web interface, I think it won't be wrapped around more of your location. I think it would be more wrapped around this is what's going on, this is what's happening around you, and different things. I don't think it will be 100% fantastic on the desktop interface of it, but on mobile it is amazing. And everyone's going to mobile devices now. So, truthfully, Google Now will still be dominant, even if they even change the web page up on Google.
It won't matter.
It won't matter because, like, everyone knows Google. Because even when you were in kindergarten, even when I was in kindergarten, I knew what Google was.
Well, yeah, that was what all teachers told me to go.
Just Google it.
Except for one teacher who told me to go to Pig Search. I'm not going to go with that one.
I don't know what Pig Search still.
I like Pig Search. If I was like searching for one.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a website, because Pig Search for some reason has a web option.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because it's called Pig Search. .pig/web search. But they did, and this teacher literally wanted me. I don't know if it's because he/she did not like me, but she's like, you gotta use Pig Search. And I'm like, what? Fine, I'll use Pig Search. It won't get me anywhere.
That's horrible in it too.
Well, you know what I did?
You whenever she walked away, you just Google.
And if you use Pig Search, and of course she would search it. And it would say, I've looked up Well, I looked it up on there. I mean, I didn't exactly lie.
Yeah. Like, even a lot of these, like, Google on iOS doesn't have good voice search. So you still, let's say you're on the road, you're walking down the street or something, and you want to ask Google, you don't want to stop and look up, like, sports scores. Let's know what the next game is. Hopefully this works. Is I can easily just go to the Google app on iOS or even Android and press the voice option. When do the Blues play next? Let's see. I think I asked it correctly. No, I didn't ask it correctly. Let me know what that is. Sorry. When do the Blues play? Okay, I'm having difficulties right now.
Let me try. When does the Cardinals play next?
The Cardinals are playing the Brewers today at 7:10 p.m.
See? Thank you.
But that's fantastic when you're walking down the street and you just can't hurry up and stop and have to look something up. You say it in, yes, I know Zoe does this. Yes, I know Zoe does this. But still, like if, let's say you have an Apple device that doesn't support Zoe. Like me, I have 2 Apple devices that don't support Zoe because I don't really need Zoe. I never really was a big fan of Zoe.
So basically, they don't support it because you don't want it to.
Yeah. Like, yeah, with you do, I can ask it a bunch of stupid questions and act, oh, I'm cool, because I just asked the computer to say something stupid. Whippy-do. I think what Apple really wanted...
I'm going to ask you another question. I'm serious right now.
No.
I'm done here. I'm going to go to studio.
Like, when Apple announced Story, they announced it as supposed to be a hands-free option to do things, where you just say it and it will do it. Well, that has changed because they added more things that they shouldn't have added, like it answers stupid questions like where to hide a dead body. Now, why on earth would you need to ask something like that?
Besides the obvious reason.
Yes.
I know, I asked simple questions for the heck of it. Like I just said, I was going to ask it if it was fedoraman studios. Of course it was fedoraman studios. Who doesn't? Oh, shameless self-promotion.
Oh, what's the, you wanted to learn about Google Glasses? Well, supposedly Google Glass is not coming out this year like it was hoped to be. Which, Google Glasses got a lot of criticism because it's kind of hard to, well, not hard to wear, it's just the idea of you recording people that don't want to be recorded. And they won't know if you're recording or not.
Like, places I do see this at, I am a huge person with airsoft.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Like, also another good thing would be like when you're at like some big conventions and different things. And let's say I'm hanging out with, let's say I'm hanging out with all the computer group people, and I'm there and you guys couldn't go. I can have a live hangout at Dale and show you guys everything.
Yeah, and we can have a live stream of us.
Yeah. And, or let's say I'm away and doing skydiving or fishing or something, and I want to talk to people, and let's say I have to tell them what to do, I can get them to hang out and do that, and they can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Knowing I'm not slacking off. And with no working.
Yeah. And I can see, I can see a lot of pros. I can see a couple cons. I can see, it can easily get broken. From how, what I'm looking at right now, from how Google Glass is designed,
supposedly.
That camera is going to easily get hit by something.
Yeah.
Say you're playing baseball.
Yeah, that.
And for one, your face is going to be screwed up from baseball hitting your face. But
that's why they have a mask.
Yeah.
Or a helmet, not a mask.
And also, I can see, say you're at a convention. I don't know. I think people would be kind of nervous, like, just because they didn't want it to be recorded. Like, are those Google Glass, or is that just,
like,
you're making fun of it?
Like, I know someone that was at a convention. It was down in Texas. And he went to the convention, and he vlogs, and someone came up there with Google Glasses on. And so he recorded the demonstration, showing off Google Glasses and different things. And then after the demonstration, he comes up to the guy and says, hey, I would really wish you wouldn't post that online.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay. Then when he got home, he was thinking, but he was out there in public recording us, but yet he didn't want me to put him in the video.
Yeah.
So he was recording people without their permission. And then he comes up to him and says, hey, I don't want to be in the video. But you just sat there and recorded a bunch of strangers. And you didn't ask their permission. See, that's what's going to get in trouble. Like, I already read someplace that a bar in Seattle has banned Google Glasses. Already, and it has not even officially launched. I guess a bunch of Google people like to go in there. And I guess...
I can imagine something that they have like a branch out.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand like small businesses, but at conferences, I don't see a reason why you couldn't record.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to go to some anime conventions really bad.
Yeah. Like, I went to Comic-Con in St. Louis, they had one. And, I would like to record some things though, because it was neat, but I don't want to carry a gigantic camera around. Like, I didn't even hardly take any pictures. I took 2 pictures.
But recording something different.
Well, yeah, like recording things with Google Glass, like with me, I can get it with my prescription eyeglasses, and use the glass that goes on the glasses itself, and use it and still record and take pictures, and still see everything without carrying a gigantic camera around in your pocket.
Yeah, I can see a lot where, like I said, there's a lot of pros to this. You know, you can just, you know how to carry a camera around.
Yeah.
You can just record it. I mean, instead of 16 gigabyte flash storage, and it's already synced with
Google Drive, I think.
Yeah, Google Cloud storage. Yeah,
Google Drive. Yeah.
Of which 12 gigabytes is usable. First off, you know, nobody's gonna record 16 gigabytes of video.
Well, unless you use it in a sense of, like, you are on vacation or you're doing something cool and you want to see a bunch of people see.
Yeah.
That I can see. Maybe on vacation you might reach that amount. But it records in 720p, which I can see that's okay. That's still good quality.
It's not best, but...
Not the best.
Second best.
Yeah, second best, yeah. It's not the best, but trying to... Well, one thing Google had to take into consideration is that your Google Glasses will be connected to your phone. And your phone uses data connection. And when you do your thing and you want to upload to Google Drive, you would have to use your data connection to upload. It would make your data usage go up dramatically. So that's why I think they take 720, because it's a smaller file type.
Smaller file, still good quality.
Yeah.
But not
the best for them.
So good quality that it will cost, or not really cost, but take up so much space.
Yeah. And so on, you know, like talk about.
Yeah. Another thing, you know, I can understand invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
You know, you have to worry about the creeps, the peeping toms.
Yeah, I seen a video that someone did that. They did, like, he was on a date with a girl and asking a whole bunch of random questions. And when she answered something that he didn't know, he would hurry up and search it and different things. And stuff. So, let's get still off.
I just think that was bad. So, I think she kind of knew.
Yeah. let's go to another after this gambling about talking about how Google Glass have been offline for 20 minutes. Ubuntu news. The new OS Ubuntu news as Ubuntu came out 14.04 with some features that are kind of neat. New animations for Snap-on. Like Windows 7, you can have two windows the exact same. They have that. Better animations of it. Previews of, let's say you download a program from the, I think they're calling it the Software Center now. And when you let's say you download an application and this feature is kind of useless because in a sense you would know what you downloaded, you know what to do. So why would you need Unity to tell you a short description of what this does in a picture? Yeah, I just don't understand that one bit.
To me, you could probably just, go to YouTube or someone who already has it.
Yeah. Let's see, what's some... Also, something I hated in all the other Ubuntu things was when they moved to Unity, there was one major problem that kind of ticked me off was the shutdown dialogue. Was in just a window look instead of the neat look of Unity. It just was a pop-up window saying, "Are you sure?" I was like, what?
That's lazy.
Yeah. I was like, all you have to do is add a little box that had that in and different things.
But it does look a little sleeker, I will be honest.
Yeah. Let's see, what other stuff? And now they have separate toggle switches for online accounts. Let's say you have your Facebook account linked to it. I like the idea of Facebook and Twitter being an integration with the OS. I love that. Mm-hmm. You can now choose what your account can access, what programs you install can access, different things. It has a new sync menu. It's a drop-down box. You can get more information about your Ubuntu One things.
And that's probably, when I was reading through stuff about this, I think really the new sync menu and Bluetooth menu, which looks...
Well, yeah, it was a dramatic update to it, because you don't even have to go into a window to set the stuff up. You can set it directly in the desktop view.
Yeah. And then, of course, what everyone likes in an update, faster.
Yes, it's faster. Another thing is they've added a kind of, interesting type thing is the new lens they added to Unity. So, let's say, for example, you're searching for something, and they've added the ability where you search like Amazon, you can search it through Unity, you can even search Wikipedia through Unity. They've added it where you can search like Facebook and Twitter for certain things, even messages now are in the Unity dash, or whatever you want to call it.
I just kind of think that's kind of useful.
Yeah. Like when they added Amazon to it, I was like, literally, I just go to the Amazon.com and look at it. Yeah. Instead of searching it through my desktop. And
we're trying to find new ways to
get more people to get, But when I install Ubuntu, I don't use Unity, I use GNOME. Or GNOME, or whatever you want to call it. It's got so many different names. People say it differently.
GNOME. Yeah. I've heard some people call it GNOME.
Yeah. like, I use GNOME 3 all the time. I love GNOME. I mean, a lot of people hate GNOME 3, but I was the one, I've always stuck with GNOME. GNOME is such an easy modification thing. You can do so much with it. Even in, like, a lot of people like, GNOME 3 was a big change from GNOME 2. It's like, yes, everything is getting advanced, so you have to change things differently, not dramatically. Yes, I see they did a humongous dramatic change like they did with Windows 7 and Windows 8, but what they did, you could tell they really put the effort into it because it looks so amazing. I still remember using GNOME 3 when it first came out in Ubuntu. I think it was Ubuntu 11.4? Something like that, I think. Of course, like, yeah. And I was like, geez. And I've always loved it after that. It's like, I like graphical interfaces, but I could never get the idea of Unity. Unity was just weird. I mean, I hate having, like, even when I had an iBook, it took me some time to figure out how to get the dock to the bottom of the screen. Because I don't like everything to the side of the left, no, right. The left-hand screen. Left-hand screen. And, and, like, the left, I don't understand, why do you want to open things from the left? Like, the center, everything would open from the top and go all the way to the top. I mean, that made no sense. Why the left of the screen? Like, I know now, I think you can change it to the right hand screen, the right, but I still don't think you can center and make it go to the bottom and center.
But really, what I'm, because I'm looking at all the different stuff right now, and really, because, it doesn't want, you can tell they really don't want you to use GNOME or GNOME,
because they're trying to get the look of GNOME. That's what I'm thinking they're trying to do.
But they can't just hurry up and do it because then it'd be too obvious.
Yes. I think they're slowly trying to, because some of the features that GNOME had for some time, like being able to search Wikipedia in Google,
that's what Unity's doing.
That's what Unity's trying to do, but slowly.
And I don't blame them.
Like, truthfully, I think Stevie needs to forget this and just go to Ubuntu. That's what I think. Because it's free to use, and it's a step up from Windows.
Yeah, I'm not going to say 20 likes because you're that good thing.
Well, yeah. But you can always go root, or you can run it virtually on your computer inside Windows. That's what I've been doing the last few releases. I've been running it in the virtual machine. Virtual machine's pretty good. Like, I need to teach Steve how to use virtual machines.
Yeah.
Like, what I like about Ubuntu is it's mostly wrapped around those different types of Ubuntu and different things, and most of the stuff on it is free. Like, you can edit videos from a wide variety of different video editors that are free that are not on Windows.
Which would help me greatly.
Yes, if you like to do that. I mean,
I've used Windows Live Movie Station.
I've used Ubuntu to edit videos before. It's just, I just could not get to the hang of using Ubuntu as an everyday OS.
Yeah.
Because it was hard. Well, now I can probably live with it since it's got Steam on it now. I could probably live with Ubuntu as a full-fledged OS for me, but I still just kind of like Windows a little bit. And like if I switch to Mac, like I'm kind of in the process of working on trying to get a Mac to do all my video editing on, just because Mac is still the best, I think, when it comes to video editing. Is the best platform to do video editing on. I think in a list from best to like video edit things and photo editing, I think it goes from Mac to Ubuntu to Windows. Mm-hmm. Because Windows, there is hardly any good free movie editors out there.
Now, if you're doing small stuff,
Windows Movie Maker is good.
Say you're just making like a low budget movie, no special effects, not, you can Photoshop the songs in there. Windows by Movie Makers, I like that for that. But I do stand-ups, I do voice acting things. I want
something that requires a timeline.
Very much so.
Like I told Steve, he could use the older Windows Movie Maker. I even still use that on something. Like my podcast. Like the podcast, I open Windows Movie Maker, the 2.6 or whatever it's called, and instantly put the podcast in there and convert the files. Just because I don't feel like Sony Vegas needs to be open to do that little thing and let it window for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Whenever Movie Maker does it, bam, like that.
And then you immediately upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Recommend necessarily.
Yeah, I've never used that feature in it. I just never liked
I used to until eventually just like said, yeah, we're not helping you anymore.
Yeah. So, beautiful. Now let's go down to just some site news, different things. If you haven't been to the site yet, we review site. We have discontinued we did some screen cleaning and discontinued some options and different things. We got rid of the links page, the music page we got rid of, and we got rid of our Twitter gadget just because I just can't manage 2 Twitters at one time. It's hard to manage 2 of them.
Yeah, I understand. I don't even use my named ones because one, I don't have any followers, 2.
Like you, the Dono Man has a lot of followers. And I noticed you use that more than your personal.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, it's easy to manage one Twitter account. Because Twitter doesn't make it easy to make like a separate business page, like Facebook does with their pages.
And I don't use mine that much. You use yours a lot more than I use mine.
Oh yeah, I got my Twitter and the Facebook too.
So I would choose not to, only because.
Like that's kind of with my Google Plus is what gets me is I don't like taking the same post over and over on all different social networks. I just can't stand that. It's too time consuming. Like, why they can't make this one thing that posts the same status to all your social networks? I don't know. See, that's something you can develop and create and become a millionaire over.
fedoramanstudios presents social network.
The easy way.
Easy way. Seriously, if I made a social networking site, it would literally be...
Think about this.
Yeah.
I was going to talk to you about that. I was going to mention that to you, something similar to that. I need to talk to you about that after the show.
Alright.
Podcast. I need to talk to you about that. I actually did think about something like that. You might think I'm crazy. I think about that at 3 o'clock in the morning last night. So, yeah. Also at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'll look for jobs, too, around the area, too. So, yeah, 3 o'clock is kind of my, like, wake up, get out of the bed, and drink something and go back to bed.
Yeah.
And in that time period, I sometimes look up things.
But, Fedoraman Studios, we're not doing a lot. The second part, the Let's Play Pokemon MMO, is still in editing. I finished editing it.
It took a long time to edit, man.
Well, I don't get on the computer that much.
Me too.
I know. Another thing is
that little Xbox, you know, we talked about, and it can't do video editing.
I know. I wish it could. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I wish it could too, but
it would take a while though.
Well, I guess you got a PlayStation 3, you can install a virtual and do it. Hey, dog, you want to do it?
Yeah, because those are so cheap. And my budget. Anyway, I don't have a budget, that's the point.
I think you need to get that HP slate when it comes out. 7 slate. That's $199 tablet. People think you use that.
That's pretty cheap tablet when it just came out.
Yeah. Like you can even do video editing on that. Like, I've debated about getting iMovie for my iPad and editing everything on my iPad. And just uploading it directly to my iPad. Because I use my iPad more than I use all my computers.
Well, yeah, you carry it around with you, if you're texting,
and now I got an iPhone, and I can do video editing on this too. Like,
yeah.
I know people that record like 10-minute blogs on the iPhone and edit it with iMovie on the iPhone and upload it straight, and they get dramatically a lot of views and everything.
Yeah. But the fans are open. Halfway done. That's
not in a sense of
the video. There's one episode. Guys, if any of you know Final Fantasy VII, you guys know I'm not even nearly completed this, guys. Watch fedoramanstudios. I'm on episode 2, part 2. First disc, there's 3 discs. First disc alone is 26 episodes. From what I've written down in a little notebook. Second disc, I haven't completed, like, writing everything down where I want it to start and stop. But, so far they're on episode, like, 63. And I'm only, like, barely halfway through.
Yeah, maybe, whenever he gets it done, I was going to mention something to him about the next game thing. That would be kind of simple to do, but yet kind of difficult because you'd have to get a lot of, like, varieties of people talking to,
This may as well say what it is.
I'm not going to say it yet. Not going to say it yet. Not going to say it yet, but I have debated about that because it would be simple to do, especially with the iPad. You can instantly put the iPad and do the gameplay and everything on the iPad.
I have actually thought about doing something like that.
Like that
suggestion was doing a Pokemon game. Specifically his game that was just Pokemon Emerald.
I've never actually played the game because I haven't completed the DS one yet. I haven't seen it, so I haven't played it. I got
right here. Actually, me and my fellow voice actors have been talking about doing this. The only problem we have to find is people doing the Pokemon voice.
Well, you don't really. I don't know. You really have to do Pokemon. In a sense of like,
well, like I could like not every Pokemon. I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Like, you might need to do, like, the major ones, like the legendary ones, and maybe the first 3 original ones.
Yeah. I mean, I can do, like, Charmander. I can do Bulbasaur. My favorite Pokemon to voice has to be the little pink blob himself. Oh, kiddo.
Oh, no,
No,
not Muskit. Cupid Puff.
Yeah,
I don't think you can do the singing.
No, I can't. I sound like I'm missing out.
Well, I have thought about that. I don't think I thought about it 3 o'clock in the morning, too.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like, what I thought the hardest part would be getting, like, the people that stay on the side of the road, getting them voices.
Oh, that would be the easiest.
Like, you have to get, like, all their lines. God knows how many of them they're all staying on the side of the road.
And all of them, necessarily all of them. They would have to have varying voices.
Yeah, but like in some, the Odal, and so on and so on.
And I'll be honest, you guys, I know this will sound like I'm narcissistic, but I'd probably voice the main character.
Yeah.
Unless Nick gives his way to the girl, then I'll get someone else.
Oh God, no.
But I don't know, me voicing Brandon, that'd be kind of cool. Since he's the male character of Emerald Ruby Sapphire. But really, and Nick disagrees with me.
Easy to do.
Oh yeah,
it's very well the dialogue to do and everything.
And of course I would add some more, just to do like, Hoot, use tackle, or something like that. Which, by the way, guys, you would never see me use Hoot on a recording. I do not like Hoot. I never will like Hoot. I like Noctowl in ball form. I don't like Hoot. But this isn't a Pokemon tale. Or not Pokemon tale. Yeah. We should post it.
Pokemon.
That's what I'm saying. I actually have a friend, me and a couple of friends are actually doing like a top 5 favorite and a top 5 least favorite.
Luciana's the number 1 favorite.
Of each gen.
Still, okay, fine. Mew.
You like Mew? I'll be honest, my favorite.
No. Articuno. No, the ice one.
Articuno, yeah.
Yes. Articuno, the best one ever in the first one.
In the first gen, yeah. I've actually heard a lot of people, one person I've heard was like Gengar.
It's okay.
You know, I have a funny story, and this is like, we're going way off. This is pretty much a relaxing hour. You know, Nick, I have an idea. We should do like another podcast of us just talking. Instead of like we having a schedule, just like when we come like
Kind of like in the rain when talking this.
Yeah. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean like our like my 2 hours and 1 minute 35-second live stream.
Interesting. I still have to watch it 100%. I don't know if I want to or not.
No.
I'll be honest. Random talking, and I was like, man.
No, I didn't have a schedule.
Like it'd be fun to see like you showing like stupid stuff off on your computer screen.
Yeah.
And different things, like some interesting things in life right now.
Yeah.
And so is that all for you, Fedora Man?
Pretty much. Me and my voice acting ally, Anthony Lopez, make my friend's channel down there. I know he does. He's a very good friend of mine.
Give me his link and
you can go on my channel, you know, password to it. Me and him are planning to do a dub scene of anyone who watches who's ever played the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. We're doing that.
So another thing that we could do is maybe like a modded version of like a fan created game. That would be interesting. Also, like I said, 3 o'clock morning thinking, that kind of random crazy thinking at that time. Because I'm half asleep, half awake. Are you sure that's everything, Stevie?
I don't know, yes.
Everything for me, too.
You know, we should talk to both of us. And well, guys, this is going to, comment, like, subscribe, share. That definitely helps us all.
Yes, we love sharing.
Tweet about us. Follow us. Also, I'm doing those Let's Plays of various Flash games or online MMOs, whatever. Comment how much you guys need to see. I will tell you, I'm not doing ones you have to download except for the ones that I've already downloaded. I'm not doing them.
I need to show you one that downloads that pretty amazing. That I've actually played it.
And also, guys, comment your guys' opinions. What should the computer group or fedoramanstudios do? If you guys have a game or anything you guys want to do, send me a link at fedoramanstudios@gmail.com. And, you know, you guys got like you guys want some ideas thrown around of what I should do, because I'm a guy who likes hearing other people's ideas. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, share, and hopefully at the end of May or beginning of June we will have the next podcast for May. I know it's May, guys. It's changed timing.
We changed. I changed the like lineup type thing. Well, whenever you heal, they're gonna be like a month behind. Like what happens in May, you'll feel in June. What happened in April, you just heard now. Like I'm gonna do that. It seems more logical to do. It's just kind of hard keeping track of everything that gets updated all the time. So that's why I kind of change it a little bit.
So, you know, and that's perfectly understandable. So, guys, also, you know, don't be hating on us because
we don't care.
Well, we do care.
We just ignore it.
But, you know, don't like say like, oh, these guys are bad because you don't like something you really like. People's opinions change from an individual to individual. Other people will love us. Other people will love me because I can't stand Windows 8. A lot of people will hate me because I actually can't stand Windows 8. But you know, guys, we're running on an hour and 11 minutes. So, guys, you've been a wonderful audience, and good night.